Hi, I'm Jim Epley, President of JD's Tax and Financial Solutions. I want to explain how we make your experience as pleasant and painless as possible for your tax preparation. We start with our tax appointment card. If you're an existing client, you should have received one of these in the mail by now. It's going to be based on the same date and same time as you came last year. So if that date and time is good for you, simply show up for your appointment and we'll take care of you. If the date and time on there is not good, give us a call. We'll reschedule that appointment for you. Not a problem at all. Second, you're going to get a tax organizer in the mail. It's going to look something like this. It's going to be several pages. What this does is it allows us to help you get organized for your tax appointment. It allows us to make sure that we have everything, make sure we're not missing any deductions, make sure we're not missing any income, make sure we take care of any updates that you had. So first, you're going to look through your name, you're going to look at your address, phone number, email. That information is on this tax organizer. So if anything is incorrect, simply scratch it out and write in your new information. Second, there's going to be a series of questions. Now these questions are simple yes or no questions. Make sure you read them and just check yes or no on them. They're very important because one of the questions, for instance, is did you have a change in dependents? What that means is, let's say you had a child that's been with you for the last 19 years in your home, and that child has now moved on and is living on their own, they've got their own job, and they're filing their own tax return. Well, we need to make sure you answer that question, yes, we had a change in dependents, so that we can then look and see if we need to take that dependent off your return. We don't want to file that return claiming that same dependent when that dependent's already claimed their own return, claimed themselves on their own return. So again, these are questions that are very simple, yes or no. What they do is they show us we need to ask more information from you. Again, we want to make sure your tax return is done accurately. We want to do it timely on your first visit, and we want to make sure there's no problems with it at all. So really make sure you read through those questions and check yes or no on those. The last section of the organizer shows your information from last year. So let's say you had a job with the MGM Grand, you had interest from Bank of America, and you also had mortgage interest on your home. As you go through the organizer, you'll actually see your numbers from last year. So in one column you'll have MGM and the wages. So that tells you to look for the W-2 from the MGM, and you can compare your wages to see if it's about the same. You can see if you made more or less too. You can look at that. The second thing, the Bank of America interest. Maybe you had $50 of interest from Bank of America last year, and this year you didn't get a form from Bank of America. Well, you either need to know, do I need to contact Bank of America to see if there's an interest form? Or maybe you don't have the money in the bank anymore, so there's no interest from them. But again, it's to remind you to see if we need to get that form or not. And again, it's also to remind us, hey, you had an interest from Bank of America last year. We're going to be looking for that again this year unless you tell us you didn't have it. Same thing with your mortgage interest. If you had mortgage interest with Wells Fargo last year, and then we don't see a Wells Fargo mortgage interest for this year, we're going to ask you, hey, where's your mortgage interest from Wells Fargo? We want to make sure that you get that deduction. So once you get all that information in there, you check your name, check your address, you answer the questions yes or no, you gather all the information at the end of the organizer based on last year's numbers. Once you get all that information, get this packet. We send you an envelope with this packet. Get this packet and that envelope back to us 7 days prior to your appointment. If you get that information to us 7 days prior to your appointment, we can do the bulk of the return before you come in. When you come in for your appointment, it's simply a review, it's a second look at the return. We want to make sure that that return is accurate, it's okay, everybody's in agreement with it, Uncle Sam's not going to come back to you later on it. So again, that's how we make it as painless and pleasant as possible. Again, my name's Jim Epley, JD's Tax and Financial. If you have any questions, give me a call. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.